Hi everyone. This wall clock's quartz mechanism has failed, and also the second hand rotates freely, as you can tell. And today I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the hands and the mechanism. Tools that you'll need for this particular repair are a pair of snips, a pair of duckbill pliers, which are non-marring, as you can tell here, a pair of small needle nose pliers to remove some of the nuts. You'll also obviously need a replacement mini quartz movement, as well as the hands and the second hand if you need to replace them like I did. Note that you should measure your existing hands and depth of your clock mechanism so that you replace the mechanism with a similar size assembly. You don't want it to protrude too far out of the face of the clock. And with this assembly itself, it's 1/4 of an inch. And I'll just give you a measurement here. And they come in various sizes, 3/8, 3/4 of an inch. Just get the correct one for your purposes. And as you can see, I've got a 1/4 inch mini quartz movement. I also have some hour and minute hands, and as you can see, they're pretty long, but I'll be snipping them with the snips in order to size them properly. Now, before you begin this particular repair, put a sheet of paper on the clock face so that you protect it from any unintentional damage. And in order to remove the first piece of the clock assembly, if there's a nut there, use your pliers to remove it. If there isn't, it's friction fit, and you would just need to use the duckbill pliers, grab a hold of the hand, and slowly work it off. There we go. Just here you can see it. And as you can tell, it's really separated here, and it can't be squeezed back and hold that form anymore. So this will be placed aside. The next part is to remove this open nut. And while I'm doing this, I'm just holding the bottom of the quartz mechanism from the back side of the clock. I just turned it once, and then I'm able to use my fingers to remove the rest of the open nut. Put that aside. The minute hand comes off freely, and the hour hand comes off. And note that the hour hand here is cracked, and that has a friction fit onto this portion of the clock assembly. Next, use the needle nose pliers to remove this lock nut. I just turned it once, and it comes right out. Okay, I'm going to turn the assembly over. And as you can tell, 1/4 of an inch is right here. That's the size of this clock assembly. This is not the entire size of this extension. Note that much. It's just the size of this portion that extends beyond the grooved area. The hanger and the washer. Now, reassembly comes with new pieces. Here's the quartz clock assembly, the hanger. Here is the package with all the new various nuts and washers. Just going to take them out for now, lay them out. The first step is you take the quartz hand movement assembly, and you can see this groove here. You place the hanger as such with the hanging bit extended flat with the back of the assembly. Make sure it's not moving. Place the rubber washer over that. Then you turn it over and place it into the hole. Now it's going to be a little bit loose at this stage, but don't worry, we'll tighten it down. Just place it at 12. Okay, next you're going to place the metal washer, and after that you're going to place the lock nut over that. At this stage I just want to make sure that it's straight, and then you use the needle nose pliers to just tighten it down. Okay, once it's snug, you place the hour hand. This will be your brand new one. And before you place the hour hand, just measure your minute hand. And you see how it's longer than it needs to be. I've already made a mark where I would like the size of the hand, so that's just above there. And I placed the mark here. I'm going to cut it to size with the snips. That's done. And I'm going to do the same to the hour hand using the minute hand as a measurement. There you go. Now they're about the same size. Okay. Put the hour hand in. But before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that the minute hand is pointing directly at 12. And I'll just adjust it from the back using the time changer. Using the duck-billed plier, just to gently push it in position. Okay. Next, you would place the minute hand above that. And use the open nut. Whoops. Just made the open nut snug, and now we're going to add the second hand, and that just is placed on top there. But before I place it there, I'm going to make sure that it measures properly. And it is fairly good, but I'm just going to take a bit of it off. Okay. I'm just going to press this in place. I press that in place, and as you can tell from this angle, each of the hands are separated, and the second hand is a little bit elevated over the minute hand. You could possibly press it in a little more, but I'm going to leave it where it is because it's not protruding out of the clock. And the hour hand is just beneath the minute hand, and there's a little bit of a space there. At this point, your replacement is complete. You just place a battery in it and it should work fine. Thanks for watching, and give it a thumbs up if you like it and if it helps you.